wish to celebrate our father who had impacted so much in our life because the giant achievement which he had gave us a 50% leap in life. Because wherever I go to, they ask, who is your father? His pedigree, his antecedents, his contribution to society, his kind of value that we all believe that we should share with the nation. That is the purpose of holding this first lecture series. My father, Senator Lamai, was a humanist. He lived his life serving his community, serving his people, developing policies to bring out the best in every human being. He was a man that abhorred injustice, he abhorred oppression. And there's no better time to celebrate it now when we need to evaluate the performance of the Senate from the First Republic to the Fourth Republic. Because Nigeria is in dire need of direction. The new government is just leaving. They may have done whatever they did to the best of their ability. Another government is coming in. So this foundation felt it was important to bring people with expertise in lawmaking, expertise in administration, expertise in business to help profess solutions, chart a course for the incoming Nigeria. I would like the President, not House of Assembly, I will expect the President legislative arm of government to ensure that whatever policies they are making should be for people, should be for the development of the nation. Policies that will uplift the average living standard of every Nigerian. Of course, during this lecture series, we had past governors, senators, incoming senators, and a lot of business gurus. Legislation is what actually drives every nation. When the laws are good, they impact on the society in a very positive way. When the laws are not so good, of course, you know the effect. So, moving forward, we are going to be organizing this kind of series to interrogate the processes of governance through legislation.
Do you think that, looking back, your dad will be happy with this present crops of National Assembly members that we have now?
Well, that question is very, very subjective because politics is evolutionary and people learn from the bad to take a better life. So I'm sure my father believes in evolution. If it is bad today, I'm sure we all pray for it to be better tomorrow.
First, I want to congratulate Chief Richard Lamai, who has organized this memorial lecture in honor of his father. A lot of lessons have been learned today. It has provided a platform for extraying the role of the National Assembly in national development. A lot of issues have been raised, a lot of problems have been identified, but most importantly is the fact that the National Assembly must at all times live up to its expectation and be accountable and be able to drive national development through the performance of its constitutionally endowed legislative functions as prescribed by the Constitution. It is not or unnecessary antagonism, but constructive engagement by way of providing superior arguments and engaging in alternative policy ideas through legislations for the executive to also understand. After all, the executive is elected the way the National Assembly members are elected, and the legislators are closer to the people. So we need a legislature, particularly the National Assembly, that understands and performs its functions for the sole purpose of engendering good governance and providing the dividends of democracy for the people of this country.
We are here to celebrate Lamai, a great senator in our First Republic, who has a very progressive son, who I know is aspiring to be a senator like his father. He's organized this lecture, which has brought something very interesting today. You can see some of our leaders who are here, some came back, some speaking in emphasis and truth. We're talking about what the Senate has been from the First Republic till now, and then the issue of accountability and corruption. And we all know, like one of the speakers said, everybody can talk about corruption, but now who is corrupt? Eventually, if you take the survey, like every Nigerian is corrupt. But for me, my own input into this issue of corruption is we don't have a punishment system. If you have a punishment system, people will think twice about being corrupt. Take China for example, they don't spare you if you're corrupt in China, so you think twice. So for we Nigerians, we're hoping and think that the new dispensation will try to do things better. So that it's the only way we will have a better country and resource providing. But of course, no, we all knew, for some, I'm not a lawyer, but if you're looking at it, the vice president, who was a senatorial, he's a senator, who had won his ticket to go back to the Senate before he was nominated, withdrew. And INEC, his party, didn't organize another primaries. INEC supervised it, and there was another candidate. So did somebody come in later to bring that as a point of trying to disqualify him? Goes no water. And I'm happy the judiciary did justice by awarding costs so that people should stop coming with frivolous cases. Like there was one presidential candidate yesterday that awarded a cost of 40 million against him. So I think judiciary is beginning to take its rightful place of doing the right thing for us. And that's the one way we're going to make progress. Well, like I've always said, Tinubu is a man of history, a man of destiny. He has, go back to what he did in Lagos State. That is to give you an example of what is going to happen in a larger country like Nigeria. We should look forward to a better Nigeria, but not immediately, because before you start getting that better life, Nigerians should expect going to be some hard times. It's not going to be instant. It's going to be some hard times, but some measures must be taken. When they're going to be sure taking away subsidy. Thank God refineries are springing up, because one of our major problems has been a drain on our resources, this issue of subsidy. Dangote has a 600 and something, another one is coming in at 500 and something. We have the combined of about close to 600 old ones we have. If all of them are working, it means that our local production, we're not going to export crude oil any longer. We process everything in and rather export finished product. So that will be a better Nigeria. In another 2 years, I'm sure Nigeria will begin to look back to what we saw.
Unfortunately, and I have to be blunt, is that we still have a really long way to go in Nigeria as far as good governance is concerned. But I'm impressed by the organizers of this lecture. Those that we respect in government have come to explain to us on how best we should go. So, I mean, for me, it's good enough that we're on the right path from the leadership we have had and the lectures we have had so far here. Over the years, Nigerians have been disappointed, some Nigerians have been disappointed with each leader as it has come, presidents to governors to the National Assembly. But we continue to be a hopeful people because we're resilient, we're trusting, and we have the hope that with each new leader, we are going to